That's T-Bone performing at the 2018 Auckland Folk Festival. They'll be back this year with their unique blend of bluegrass, zydeco, blues, and folk. Here is fiddle player Richard Klein to tell us what to expect.
Baby, please don't go.
Baby, please don't go.
Baby, please don't go.
Baby, please don't go.
Baby, please don't go down to New Orleans. I love you so.
T-Bone is a 5-piece band that looks like a bluegrass band, but really isn't at all a bluegrass band because we don't play any bluegrass. However, no, we started, so as the blurb would have it, you know, we got together through the love of food and music, and it's very true. Food, wine, or maybe wine, food, music. They're all mixed up. So basically, I had the great fortune of meeting Jerry Paul pretty soon after he returned to these shores from his long travels and life in Ireland and around Europe. He was a professional, full-time touring musician doing incredible things. And he came back here and we met and, got on like a house on fire. And he's an avid diver. In fact, he's extremely into it and very good at it. And so he procures extraordinary quantities of, well, I should say, he procures really wonderful fish and shellfish from diving. And I love to cook and eat.
Okay.
Probably not in that order. I love to eat, but no, I love both. And I'm a wine importer. And he's not allergic to the stuff. So that's how it all started. And then he plays Americana music. I play Americana music. So we hit it off and started hanging out and playing music and getting together. And then we, started, the odd little gig. And then I think at one stage I couldn't do a gig. I was going away for work. And so I got our mutual great friend, Cameron Dusty Burnell, on board to do this gig, and then we became a trio. So we called ourselves the T-Bone Trio. We had to find a food reference.
Of course.
So it was, T-Bone seemed to be a good one. We love to cook them and eat them. So yeah, so really, and we started getting together, honestly, just to hang out and play some tunes. But, so Jerry is, Jerry's also a programmer. And at the time was kind of running the programming for Cupa Dupa in Wellington. And so he, gig opportunities came around. And that's how it started. And then it kind of, morphed into a
So what kind of, what music, what commonality in music got you guys together? What did you realize you had?
Oh, absolutely. Americana, Marty. I mean, to use that term, I guess it's somewhat, means different things to different people. But, I play like my best, my favorite kind of music to play is Cajun music. That's the sound that I guess, always resonated with me. And I love to sing with the fiddle. So I kind of play Cajun, but I grew up playing I started playing old timey music when I was a teenager. Didn't know what I was doing. Still don't. But anyway, consistent. And so Americana, I definitely come from that old timey Cajun fiddle stuff. Jerry also has played everything, strong Irish music background. I used to also play Celtic music. Cameron Burnell, very much Americana, great singer, performer, very much in the, American folk blues, contemporary, alt country, whatever you want to call it, And then we were told that there was this amazing jazz bass player who was keen to play with us. We thought, well, that sounds cool. And so in comes Aaron Stewart, who's just a legend. He's extraordinary. If we were the band, then Aaron would be Garth Hudson. He's the one with all the schooling.
Gotcha. He's that
guy. Truthfully, they're all wonderful musicians. I don't know what the hell they're doing playing with me, but and then the young gun, the extraordinary Michael Muggeridge, who was Mike Muggeridge is just an amazing, talented young musician who grew up in Taranaki in a musical family. I'm told that when he was 10 years old, he was dazzling. And now he's 28 or something, and he's still dazzling in every respect. And so that's how it all came together. For a while, we were calling ourselves the mathematically challenged T-Bone Trio, because there were 5 of us. And now we're the geographically challenged because two of them have moved to Northland. And the rest of us are in
Right.
Wellington and Kapiti. I'm broadcasting to you from Kapiti, actually. Yeah.
How are things in Kapiti today?
Overcast but lovely. It's a great place to be. It's close enough to Wellington to be able to go there. I don't commute, but my business takes me to Wellington a lot. Yeah, it's great. Good day up here.
Yeah. And so you guys put out an album last year, Good and Greasy, right?
We put out an album. Yeah.
How did that go?
It was amazing. I mean, the process was amazing. The results kind of stunned us. We honestly I couldn't believe it. We got onto the New Zealand charts and got onto number 2. I thought it was a hoax when I first saw it. We got number 2 on the New Zealand charts. And then number 12. And yeah, it was really, really wonderful, exciting, a really interesting process to be involved in. Yeah.
Right.
And we sold out of them at the first print. And so fortunately, we fingers crossed that they're going to get them printed in time by next Friday for the Auckland Folk Festival.
Right.
Yeah. But it was great.
Are they going to be what format are they in? Vinyl, CD?
Oh, it was a CD. There was definitely pressure to do a vinyl. I know vinyl's back.
So you're going to have the CDs on sale. So what are you going to do at the festival that people should be looking out for? And what are you looking forward to at the festival?
Well, okay. So what we're going to be doing is largely playing songs on the album because I'm told that's what people want, and they're good songs. I think 6 or 7 out of them are by Jerry, who's a prolific songwriter and in the genre. And so, we're going to be largely performing tracks from the album, which include, also some traditional stuff like, the title track, Keep My Skillet Good and Greasy, was recorded by Uncle Dave Macon back in the 20s, and his skillet liquor. No, I'm getting it mixed up. It was written maybe or recorded by Uncle Dave Macon, but it was Gid Tanner and the Skillet Lickers, I think was the name of the band.
The Skillet Lickers.
Yeah,
check them out.
And I remember hearing about them, and maybe it was before YouTube and stuff. When I was a young guy trying to learn to play the fiddle on my own. So there's some traditional stuff. There's a traditional kind of Cajun Zydeco song that we often open with, which was I love to sing. It's Lucille, was made famous by Clifton Chenier, the king of the Cajun of the Zydeco accordion. Sorry, it's more Zydeco
thing.
And then we've got, like I say, wonderful songs written by Jerry and performed by the band in our style, which we're told has a certain Kiwi accent, unlike me.
So what's the future hold for the band? Are you guys thinking of going back in the studio, doing anything exciting?
Oh, goodness. I'm sure that will happen. The future of the band, I think, is to really carry on doing what we do and we love, which is to get together somewhere in this great country of ours and, practice in a great fury of excitement and bottles of wine and things and go do the gigs. And because, as I say, we, 2 of the members, Jerry and Dusty, have both migrated up north for the sunshine and the fish and another way of living. And then, I think we'll certainly, the future will hold other great gigs here in this wonderful country of ours. I'm quite confident eventually we will go back into the studio because the creative drive of members of the band who write songs is such that, there'll be new stuff to do.
Yep.
But I think we got some traction left on the LP, on the CD, because it only came out, in September of last year. So
it's September, yeah. And who are you looking forward to seeing at the festival? Anybody in particular?
Oh boy, that's a great question. I mean, there are so many good bands. I mean, I'd go through the list, but I mean, in particular, the ones that there's so many friends. So you asked me what I'm also looking forward to at the festival. The festival is such a social moment, and especially given lockdowns and things. I haven't been there for gosh, it's been 4 years maybe. And so I'm really looking forward to catching up with so many people in our musical community. And I know everybody feels the same way. But in terms of bands, of course, really keen to hear the other finalists for the Aotearoa Music Awards, who we know, love, and respect, Butterwood and Mel Parsons. But, I'm real keen, personally speaking, to hear there's going to be some great Irish bands and Irish players.
Oh.
I have a certain soft spot for Irish fiddle, so I'm really looking to hear Manus Maguire. I don't follow Irish music anymore, but I know he's amazing. And there's so many great bands. We got our friend. There's all kinds of wonderful eclectic stuff, and that really suits. That really appeals to me personally. There's our friends across the Great Divide that weave American, Celtic, and Scandinavian. There's all kinds of cool stuff. I'm real keen. Also, one thing I love listening to personally is the concert that's held by the association, if you will, the international one called Ethno, where it's kind of like a summer musical camp, international for young people, and that's always breathtaking. I look forward to the kids' events. There's so much. It's amazing. It's the 50th anniversary, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. So it's going to be a celebration of music and, camaraderie, musical camaraderie, and just catching up with people. It's gonna be gorgeous. Yeah.
Sounds like fun. And there'll be T-bone on the menu. Very good.
There'll be T-bone on the menu. We even got a vegetarian option, although begrudgingly, we'll make a vegetarian gumbo, but honestly, doesn't cut it. Now, truthfully, in the past, actually, what happened at folk festivals, Dusty and I would cook. We honestly do a gumbo or something like that and just start feeding people. We once got in trouble at a folk festival. Will remain unnamed because we were giving away free food and there was caterers who were complaining. How can we sell our stuff when these guys are giving away free food?